best show that I've seen. Squid Game. Do you think you'd survive?
In Squid Game?
Yeah.
I'd win.
I don't think you would.
Do you know why I would? Because I'm actually that guy. Like
the dates you go on, bro.
Who do I date?
Bro, what do you mean? Who do I date? Should I start naming
you? First of all, we're not gonna do that. And second of all, you know I don't date Fury Wilder.
What did you actually think of that fight, though?
If he's not the best heavyweight right now, who is?
I'm not having that, and I'm not having people saying AJ wouldn't stand a chance because he beat Wilder again. No.
Jesy Nelson.
Not
even recognizable, bro. She looked like she'd been on the sunbed for about 17 years.
We're not trying to hear that you grew up in the ghetto. No. So because of that, you think it's okay.
Sam, you know, it's been a minute. Why
has it been a minute?
I've had the flu. I can't lie, yeah. I know it's been going around, but this one hit me. Seriously hit me.
Is it?
Before we even get into that,
apologize.
How long have you had that hat for?
Apologize.
How long have you owned that hat for?
A year.
Okay.
Is there a problem?
It looks like the first New Era hat ever.
It looks like the first New Era hat
ever.
Yeah,
because that's how long it looks like you've had that hat
you know why that is?
Why?
Because they sent me exclusive stuff. They don't do that to you. That's why. It's so exclusive that it don't even have New Era on it.
They send you second-hand stuff, or is it like first-hand?
No, like as in they sent me like 15 hats, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
This is how you're selfish.
I got it like that.
Selfish,
bro. You get. Let's not get into that.
Don't be a hypocrite, because when I get sent stuff, Sav. Boss me on a trackie.
No, I didn't
do this, do that, Sav. So what? You get bare hats and you didn't even plug me on nothing.
You don't wear hats because look at the size of your head and your hair.
You know I wear hats. I've worn hats on this podcast.
Yeah, it doesn't suit you though.
You know it suits me. Don't look at you now. You're just hating, and there's no need for that.
Alright, let's start. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
it's been 2 weeks and you're coming with this energy.
It has been 2 weeks.
First of all,
apologies.
Apologize.
Yeah. I've got to apologize because it's me really. The reason there was no episode last week. Yeah, I had the flu. The flu was serious.
COVID.
It wasn't COVID.
No?
I've already had COVID, actually.
Did you do a test to see if you
don't need to do tests for stuff like that?
No, I didn't have COVID, but I didn't do a test.
No, but I did a test. It wasn't COVID. COVID. It was a flu still.
Yeah.
But everyone's had the flu. Online, it's been a narrative. There's even been memes saying, wait, is it just me or has everyone got the flu right now?
Yeah,
everyone had the flu and I had it. So that's the reason why we didn't have an episode. But before we even get into this, we are on all major streaming platforms now. So if you haven't already, 1, subscribe to the channel. 2, if you want to be on the go and listening to us, you've got it everywhere. Apple Podcasts. Yeah. You've got it on Spotify, Deezer, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, everywhere. Anywhere you can think of, we're everywhere. So tune in, lock in. You can be on the go and listen to us now. So no more complaining, I can't listen to you. You know what I mean, mate? I can only do so much on YouTube. You know what I mean? My data and all that. No. Spotify.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah?
That was good advert.
What you been telling me, though?
From what, 2 weeks ago? I've been good, man. Just been working.
Yeah.
I went to Gravity in Wandsworth. Have you heard of it? It's got like the go-karting. It's got bowling and like a massive arcade.
I have heard of it. Yeah.
Bro, when I tell you.
What's that saying?
The go-karting.
Serious?
No.
What?
They violated me, bro.
What do you mean?
Like, as in, you know when you're getting ready, like you watch the video that they tell you to watch,
yeah,
and you're saying to them, yeah, we're gonna race, everyone's gonna go in, yeah, bro. First 2 laps, someone crashes into someone, yeah, and I'm gonna say Tops crashed into someone,
yeah,
and it just ruined everything because she came off the track holding her neck, and then the whole.
That's a claim, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's a claim, bro.
And then the whole race, like it's just like 8 minutes because it's like a small track anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
The whole time, just crawling, and it was electric, so they stopped us from going fast the whole time. I didn't get a fast lap once, bro. Like I was, you know, the ones where you're so angry, like I actually had to complain.
Like that?
I actually had to complain.
Oh, you're one of those Karens.
Yeah.
You complain with stuff like that. Oh, you're boring.
No, you know what it is, bro? I promise you, if they gave me 1 clean lap, then I wouldn't have complained. But I didn't have 1 clean lap. As I was getting into it, they'll just slow me down. I said, nah.
Do you know what? I know what happened. You lost every lap. You got upset about that. Your brethren probably was teasing you about it, and then you went and complained.
Bro, we had 5 clean laps. Not even 5 clean laps. We had 5 laps. The next round, they had like 14.
Okay.
Like, and that's because they just slowed us down the whole time. Like that's mad. We went to the manager. We said, bro, like, obviously we don't want to be them guys, but that wasn't what we expected.
What did the manager say?
They gave us vouchers for the arcade.
Okay, so you can bring me in that.
Huh?
Huh?
Why would I bring you in on that? Like, I don't, like, honestly,
You don't bring me on nothing. This is
I don't
what
really
mean.
like you like that. You know, I'm joking. No, but the arcade was good.
Yeah.
The arcade was good. It's huge though.
Is it?
Yeah, like there was bare people there. Still gets there.
Still gets.
Yeah.
Aye,
So
one of my favorites of all time.
It was wavy. Still, there was. Yeah, we should go there. Still, we should go there. But Wandsworth is a bit far.
It's a bit of a weird place as well.
Yeah.
Like I don't really know what is in Wandsworth for me to really be there for.
Yeah.
Like what's in Wandsworth?
I don't know. Aside from that. But apparently it's on TikTok a lot. Like people say that's a good place to go because of TikTok.
I've been suggested it many times.
Yeah, no, you should hit it up still. You should hit it up, or you can go on one of your dates that you want to go on.
What?
Like,
What
the
did you
dates
say?
the dates you go on, bro.
Who do I date?
Bro, what do you mean? Who do I date? Should I start naming
You. First of all, we're not gonna do that. And second of all, you know I don't date.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're a working man. You're a working man. Head in the books.
Yeah. Gallem, stay far from we.
Yeah.
100%. Right now, locked into my thing.
Snapchat and that.
Snapchat doing brazy numbers.
Doing bits, you man. I'm proud still.
Crazy numbers. I can't lie. We just hit 250k subs.
Wavy. Shout out.
250,000. It's mad, you know. I can't lie. If you told me that we was gonna do the numbers we're doing on Snapchat like a year ago, I would have told you you're mad in your head. There's no way. Absolutely no way. It's mad.
But the thing is, you just have to have more belief in yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but because you know what it is. The show, when it went from YouTube to Snap, all it it's the personalities, bro. On top of the stories, that people come back because the stories are in multiple places, but they come back for the personalities. Like you have to have a bit more self-confidence. Like I taught you to be more confident in yourself. Like look in the mirror, affirmations when you wake up, bro. It's important.
Do you think you're funny? You think you're funny?
It is though, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you taught me everything. Yeah,
I'm just telling you, innit? Just be more confident in yourself because you know.
If you're gonna learn anything from me, get trims. That's all I'm gonna say because right now you're kind of letting down the team. Honestly, and you could have I've seen you in other hats. Okay, I have to go back to the hat
one more time.
I have to go back to the hat.
No, you don't. This hat is even chic. You know, one's there, bro. It's like a different tap. I can't take it off to look at it, but
don't take it off,
bro. It's nice. Like I really like it.
Was it washed out when they gave it to you? Or was it washed out when they gave it to you? It was, yeah.
Like it's. I asked for it. I said I want that one.
So you begged for the
no,
the
I
free
didn't
gear.
beg. No, but they sent me, how many I want and that, and I said, I want that one because no one's gonna have it, and I've not seen anyone with it. I really like it. Listen, if we're gonna start getting on garms now, we could sit here for the whole hour. What do you mean?
I'm wearing a black t-shirt and grey joggers.
What do you mean?
What are you gonna get onto?
What do you mean? See, I didn't do this to you when you was wearing a hat, but it's calm because
you kind of did.
I didn't. You had a spot, and that's what we spoke about.
Yeah, yours is gone now.
Yeah.
Let's move on from spots.
Yeah. So let's move on because we got a lot to talk about today. Still,
got a lot to talk about.
Let's start with the best show that I've seen in a good amount of years since. Actually, let me not say since because I watched Breaking Bad and that recently, but Squid Game. First of all, do you watch in? What is it, Korean or English?
Yeah, I can't really watch things dubbed.
Really?
Yeah, I'd prefer to watch it with the subs, but in general, I also struggle to watch things with subtitles. But with this, it was captivating from the jump.
Yeah,
like from the word go, I was in. So I started watching it dubbed, and I was like, I can't do this. Literally from the first scene, you know where he's sitting down eating in his mum's house, and she comes and brings in food or whatever. So I can't. Korean from here. Really? I have to watch it in Korean.
Yeah, I watch it in English still.
Is it? Why?
The last season of Money Heist,
yeah.
Like I watched all the Money Heist in Spanish, yeah. But then the last season, because there was so much going on, I wanted to see everything. I don't want to waste time looking at the subs in it. And then I kind of got used to it. I never really like when I see them lips moving and the voice sounding different. But I just got used to it. And then when it came to this, cause I didn't really know what was going on as well, what was going to happen. I thought, let me just watch it. Dubbed it so I could get it. But I might watch it back in Korean because it's actually, it's amazing.
It's a very good show.
Like, and even everything around it, in terms of the writer, how many times he got rejected. I think he was jugging for like 10 years plus trying to get funding for it, and then Netflix came to him, changed the name, added a character and all of that stuff, and then it's just blew up, bro.
As in, from what I understand as well, most of the actors were relative unknowns in the acting space. Apparently the girl was famous before from modelling or something like that.
Modelling.
And then this is her first kind of acting.
She had 400k followers, you know. Now she's on like 18 mil.
18?
Yeah, I think it might even be more now.
What?
Million. Like, as in, that many million people are interested in you.
That is mad. I didn't know
But her
that.
character was wavy, bro.
I nearly bust a tear when her and the other young girl, my brother, I'm not going to say too much because if you haven't watched it, please go and watch it.
No, you have to watch it.
Yeah, you have to watch it because it's a very good show.
And let us know if you watch it dubbed or in Korean.
Let us know. But that scene, in fact, to be fair, the entirety of that game was mad. Marbles.
It just took it. I've never seen anything like it, but apparently there is stuff like that in Korean that they have like similar story. Like, what was the thing that you mentioned earlier? The other film.
Oh, Alice in Borderland.
And there's another film like back in the day. I can't remember what it's called, but James told me it's something similar to it. Yeah. So I guess like they like, you know, torturing people through games and stuff like that over there. But I think this one, I think it was good because it almost, like, I don't want to go deep into it, but you could see like trends and storylines that they were getting, not just from the game, but like what you see in real life, like selfish people that are too good, and then they're too good for their own good and all of that stuff. Like, there was and the thing is with it, there were so many characters that you could draw to as well. Like,
the whole thing was a reflection of humanity. You look at the society that we're living in now, and to be fair, just like, not even just Western society, Asian society, every society that you can think of was reflected in that game. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, all the characters represented a subsection of society. And I feel like the way they just they managed to make it so that I didn't even realize that I was watching it in Korean, bro. Like, I watched it with almost like, Squid Game, everyone's saying it's sick. Nah, I bet you everyone's really chatting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how I went into it. And then literally from the jump, I was like, okay, all right, cool. People are actually telling the truth. Cold.
Do you think that they're going to do other seasons? Because they kind of ended it on like a, what's he going to do now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like it's going to be tough to replicate that season. And the reason I say that is because when you've had a situation where for 10 years you've had a script that you've kind of fine-tuned and you've crafted and you've made it as perfect as you want to make it, you're then told, Cold, where's the next one? Season 2, you've got a year to write it. I don't know, maybe he's already started writing it before, but
it might be easier now though.
Maybe, but maybe not. Because you're not even given the same amount of time when it comes to when, like, people are really, really quick to say now. I need it now. I need it yesterday. That's what this society is. So with season 2, if they do make it, it's going to have to be really, really good. Because if it's not, people are going to be up in arms. You know what people are like? Remember when Game of Thrones was like in its 8th season and everyone was saying, if this season is good, this is going to be the best show ever created.
But that was different. Let's not even go into that because they messed up incredibly. I don't think you can mess up to that extent with this because it's like, you've given us what we needed. We don't know what to expect next. So anything you can give us, even if it's what it might be in terms of him now trying to, you know, I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? Like, if that's the journey he's going to go on, just seeing that would be good enough if that's the last season, because I don't know where else you can go unless you get more people and all that stuff to play the game. But another question, do you think you'd survive?
In Squid Game?
Yeah.
I'd win.
I don't think you would,
Do you know why I would? Because I'm actually that guy. Do you know what the maddest thing is, yeah? Do you know what the maddest thing is? I'm telling you I would win Squid Game.
Why though? Why are you so confident?
Because, I actually don't care. about people. That's
your problem though.
No, listen to what I'm saying to you. I'm not the Donny with the snake on his neck. That's crazy. I'm not that guy. The guy that I am, is the guy. What's his name? Was it Sungwoo? What's his name? The one he was like my man's brethren,
but he was,
and then he dropped the gal in the neck.
Yeah.
I'm all ruining it, but you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, cool. Yeah. I'm that guy. Do you know why I know I'm that guy? Because when I was watching, I was thinking, but he's doing what he's got to do.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. What he did was a mazzoline, but he was doing what he had to do to win.
See, but I feel like I'm the guy that won. Because you got to be, in those situations, you got to be nice enough and smart enough to understand how to get through those games. Just the look of us, you look like someone that they would want to kill. When they got the opportunity to start moving mad with each other, people would be on you just because they would think that you would be on everyone else. Me, I'd be like, hey, dog, like, come on, bro.
No one likes to beg.
But it's not a begging thing.
No,
it's
it
just
would
like,
be.
we can win this together.
You'd be like the annoying girl. Oh, babe. You'd be that girl. That's what you'd be.
Her character was wavy, though.
That actress needs to be awarded with something, bro.
Yeah.
Because she was so annoying, I forgot she was acting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But that's what I liked about it. There was just different actors and characters in that it's like, some people found her annoying, but I enjoyed it because it was just like a different flex. But I honestly think if we were going to do Squid Games in the UK, we got a few of the man them. Let's say it was just us, man, Horner and them, man. I'm telling you, I am winning that game, bro, because you lot don't have the combination of athleticism.
I'm athletic,
of
bro.
Brains.
You don't have brains.
Of looking just as like a nice person. Yeah? You haven't got those
You don't
things
think I look
in
like
it.
a nice person?
No.
Why?
Bro, look at you, innit?
What is that supposed to mean?
I've seen you when you step into a new environment, screwing. See me when I step into a new environment, I'm smiling. How you doing? Hi, guys. Like, we're here to play a game. I know we're here to win, but at the same time, I just want to tell you that, it's not that deep. And then that's the game plan. That's the game plan that I have. I tell everyone that it's not that deep. And then when it comes to it, I'm the one that will put the stones in the bag.
No, it was a roller coaster of emotions.
100.
In fact, you know what? Talking about roller coasters of emotions. Fury Wilder.
You love doing segues like that.
No, because it makes sense. Because I was thinking, my heart was racing during that show. What did
you actually think of that fight though? Because I've got a different opinion on it, but I want to know, because obviously you watch boxing and you're into boxing more than me. So how did you feel about it?
I felt like Tyson was a little more in danger than anybody thought he was going to be. I don't think many people thought that going into that fight, we'd see him hit the deck twice. Having said that though, it just, for me, reinforces what we already knew. It's just, this guy is the best guy. He's the best heavyweight of our generation. Bro. You can't get into the ring with Deontay Wilder and hold the amount of bangs to the face that he held and survive. That guy puts people to sleep. It's not a coincidence that 40 plus people got into the ring with Deontay Wilder.
Who's the best one that got in the ring?
Tyson Fury.
Out of the 40 that he couldn't, that was the best, and he couldn't beat them. Yeah, everyone else don't get me
wrong. His resume is shocking.
Exactly.
He still knocked out 40 men.
Yeah, but this is what my thing is. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I respect Tyson Fury. I think he's one of the best heavyweights right now.
Wait, stop. Before you even go on, if he's not the best heavyweight right now, who is?
It's okay. No, he is the best right now. But I don't think
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's solidified the way everyone's trying to solidify it because of the fact that he fought Wilder 3 times and beat Wilder 3 times. Because the reality is, going into all of those fights, everyone knew that Fury is the better boxer and he's just a better fighter in general. Yeah. Everyone was hoping that Wilder would give more. When he doesn't give more, or even in that last match, in that last fight, the first few rounds, his footwork was better. He was jabbing a bit more. He was doing things that you never really see Wilder do. So everyone's thinking, it's going to be a bit different. When he knocked Fury down, or even when he got knocked down, the game plan went out the window. And then it was the same side on, trying to find that big right that everyone knows is going to happen. Even when Fury got knocked down, it was like, he even said it. He wasn't phased to that extent. I think that's why Fury's so good, because he knows how to regain energy. He knows when to stop a fight to make it go to more according to what he wants to happen. Do you get what I'm saying? But because of all of the theatrics, he got knocked down and then he knocked him down. Suddenly, after fighting the same guy that you fought last year and the year before, you're the best and you're the greatest. Bro, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. And I'm not having people saying AJ wouldn't stand a chance because he beat Wilder again. No.
I've never said that AJ wouldn't stand a chance against Tyson Fury. But what I am saying is I struggle to see a way that he beats him. And the reason I say that is for two reasons, right? What has AJ struggled with in his career? People who are very skilled boxers and people who have fast hands, right? Unfortunately for AJ, Tyson Fury is both of those.
So you think that he wouldn't be able to...
I'm saying he
can. If AJ
AJ
becomes Femi again...
No, brother, no,
and
stop
he
that.
really unleashes that warrior that we saw in the fights up until Klitschko.
No, forget it. Look, listen, AJ, for me, he's my favourite boxer, bro, but not because of his boxing ability. He just represents Mandem. Yeah?
That's not good enough.
My guy. What I'm saying is that's my guy. I've got nothing against AJ. If anything, I want him to win. Yeah? I want him to win. In the same way, I want him to beat Usyk in a rematch. I want that to be the case. Right? Do I think that can happen? Yes. Do I think it will happen? That's a different question. Because he could have beat him in the first fight if he had the right game plan. But he didn't.
But that's not just down to him though, bro.
But it kind of is down to him, fam.
It's not though.
And so who's it down to if it's not down to him?
Okay, but that's the thing. When you're coming from AJ's background, yeah, the reality is you can look at how he got to where he is now, yeah. He's not got the experience of the Furies and even of the Usyks and Wilder to a certain extent because of how he came up through the heavyweight
AJ has more fights than Usyk. They both fought on the same Olympics. They have the same pedigree. They both
Usyk
won the
had
gold
more
medal.
fights,
no, Usyk's only got 18 pro fights, bro.
But he had more amateur fights, though.
Doesn't matter.
But what do you mean that doesn't matter?
No, it matters. But my point being, when you're in the lights, you're in the stadiums where it really means everything. That stadium was packed out. They gave him the ring walk of a god, yeah? When he was walking to that ring, he must be thinking, raw, like, this is real. I'm fighting one of the most serious boxers that I'm ever about to face. And when he realised that his game plan wasn't working, he didn't adapt.
Yeah, and because he was being told the wrong things, bro.
Fury adapts regardless.
Yes, and that's
regardless
nice.
of what his corner are telling him.
And that's why he's the best right now. But if you're telling me that it's just confirmed that Fury will beat AJ or even Usyk, then fair enough. And what I don't like is them saying that now he's the GOAT of GOATs because he beats Wilder 3 times.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Saying that.
That's crazy. Yeah,
it's actually when I see, even when he said it, like people need to no, bro, because you beat a man that everyone knew that you would beat and everyone thought it would be tighter because he might have been better, he might have trained better. He proved to us that after the 4th round, he didn't. He even his coach was saying he didn't stick to the game plan, and that's why he lost, bro. He was smoked from the 4th round. I've not seen a man. That's what I'll give Wilder. He just stayed up, yeah. And he just kept on fighting, even though he hurt his right hand and all of that stuff. But bro, he's not a good fighter. I think if White boxes Wilder, I think White would knock Wilder out in it. I think that would be the case.
Dylan White, for me,
he just wants to rock a man, and he would rock him.
No, he would go for it. Let's not forget, bro. Deontay Wilder is 6'7", 6'8", and he is actually, and this is something that not a lot of people dispute, he is one of, if not the scariest heavyweight puncher ever. It's not right now, it's ever.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah? Cool. So let's not say, he's one of the best punchers of our generation. No, he is one of the best punchers ever.
And he's one of the worst fighters.
He can't box.
Yeah.
Right? But that has been the case for 40 other men. And they have all left in a stretcher. So let's not take away from Fury what he did.
But now he's stepped into the elite. And that's why I say, obviously it's not just Fury. It's down to like rematch clauses and all these things.
Yeah.
I get why he had to fight Wilder again. Yeah. But I just don't understand how you can give a man more credit each time when the first time they fought, it was clear Fury got bumped. The second fight knocked him out. The third fight, he was just on, man. Like, fair enough, he got knocked down twice, and like fair enough. There was 5 knockdowns. Yeah. It's a spectacle, you know what I mean? Trilogy. But I think people are overdoing it, man. I think people are overdoing it, and they're trying to now underrate AJ because he lost to a very good boxer on the night.
Yeah, that does irritate me when people kind of take away from what AJ has been able to achieve thus far in his career just because he lost a couple fights. That does irritate me. But what we're also not about to do is take away from Fury what he did. He got in there with the scariest fighter in the world, and he came out 3 times and won 3 times. Yes, the first one was a draw, cool, but he got bumped here. Bro, I don't know of another man that would fight that man 3 times and not leave on a stretcher at least once.
No, because he's just not a good boxer. He's not a good boxer.
But he has fought other people, bro.
Yeah, and they've not been good. They've not been good enough. He stepped into this next elite, and Fury was unfortunately the guy that he called out. Yeah, bro, he called out the wrong man. Because now, like all I want to see now, this is what I want. I want all these heavyweights to just box each other.
Not gonna happen.
But it needs to happen. I need to see Wilder, AJ, Fury, Usyk. Unless Fury's like, I'm hearing rumors of him saying he might retire and all of this stuff. If that's what he does, and he thinks that he's the best because of that, but because of fighting Wilder 3 times, then good on him, innit? But if you tell me that and you want me to take you seriously, I'm just not going to.
You're mad for that.
Okay.
He beat Klitschko.
Yeah.
Right?
And AJ knocked him out.
Doesn't matter, bro. He beat Klitschko when Klitschko was Klitschko.
But Klitschko
fought AJ when he was 40 years old.
In that fight, can you tell me Klitschko was Klitschko?
In what fight?
In the one with Fury.
Yes, bro. He nullified Klitschko's every move.
Okay.
Just because it was a dead fight doesn't mean it wasn't a chess match, bro.
Okay. But Fury, AJ knocked him out.
People underrate Fury because he doesn't have knockouts on his resume. Now that he's knocking at people, all of a sudden he's mediocre.
No, I'm not saying he's mediocre.
So what are you saying?
I'm just saying I don't understand how a man can beat a man that everyone knows he should be beating.
It's not should be beaten. You're talking about heavyweight boxing where one punch can change the course of somebody's career.
But we've seen Fury take Wilder's punches in all of the fights. I think he got knocked down in all of the fights.
No, he didn't get knocked down in the second one.
Not in the second one.
In the first one, he didn't even beat the count in the first fight. It was a 12-second count.
Yeah. And he got up. He got up. But
got after 12 seconds.
Yeah, that's calm. I just want to see them. I just want to see them all fight each other, and then I can make my judgment. But I just don't like the hype around him thinking he's now the best because
no, but I don't think he thinks that though. He
said it.
No, but at the end of the fight, yeah, he's sitting there next to Sugar Hill, in between Bob Arum and Frank Warren, yeah, and he's saying, "Look, I don't like to do this whole comparing eras thing where I'm looking back on history and there's heavyweights in the past who I'd say blah blah blah." All he said was, "There's not a man born from a woman who can beat me in a boxing match." I hear it.
Yeah, fair enough.
You have to have that. You have to have that confidence.
Fair enough.
Like I don't feel like he said anything mad. All he said was, I am the best man alive. Cool. At the end of the day, if he was to turn around and say, I think I could beat the people who've come before me, then again, if he wants to say that, then cool.
He did say it.
When did he say it, bro?
He said it. He said that of all time. I'm sure he said of all time. Maybe he said of his generation, and if he was like, he respects all the boxers before, but I'm sure he said something that rubbed me the wrong way, bro.
I don't remember him saying. If he did, then cool. Like probably just don't say that, innit? Because you don't know what would have happened if he fought Lennox Lewis in his prime or anybody else in their prime. You don't know what would have happened. But let's not get it twisted. He's a serious guy.
Okay. Yeah, he is. I respect it. I said I think he's top right now, but I just don't think he's that solid in it. But yeah, let's go into.
You don't know what you're talking about, but I hear what you're saying.
Okay, but I'm not the biggest basketball. I'm not the biggest boxing fan, innit? Like, as in, I don't follow all of the fights. I follow the big fights, innit?
Yeah, you're casual.
But, yeah, I'm a casual supporter.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, because I've watched all of these big fights and even the fights where he came back and all that stuff, and AJ and Wilder, Klitschko, all of these, man, and that's just how I feel. I just think that it's not as solidified as everyone's saying it. Like, oh, he's not. There's no way AJ can. There's no way Usyk can. There's way.
No, of course
because Wilder knocked him down.
Styles make fights. Exactly. And you never know what might happen in a fight where AJ's fighting Fury. You don't know in it.
Exactly.
You just don't know.
Did you take an Expensive Pain?
Huh?
Expensive Pain.
Expensive Pain.
Yeah.
Oh, what, Meek Mill's thing?
Yeah.
I did. My issue with that tape, in fact, let me not even say issue because I like it. Let me start by saying that. I like it. It's good. It's not championships.
It doesn't have to be championships.
I know it doesn't have to be, but level up, man.
No, but bro, championships was all around the time where he the storyline around his life was crazy, bro.
I felt the pain in championships.
Yeah.
The one that's actually titled Pain, I didn't feel it as much.
What? You ain't taking...
I didn't feel... I'm saying I didn't feel the pain as much as the championships. It's called expensive pain.
Yeah, because he's talking about a different type of pain, bro. You need to take in My Soul, Cold Hearted Free,
that's
Love Train.
No. On My Soul is my favourite track on the tape. On My Soul is ridiculous.
And he's singing, put it on my soul. Nah, bro. As in
do you want to clear your throat?
Yeah, that's... No, but for real though, like as in that album, I think it's better than CLB and Donda. Replay value wise,
you can't say better.
I think
you could just say you prefer it more.
I think it's better.
Better in what regard though?
Like as in
you prefer it more.
Yeah, I prefer it, and as a full body of work in terms of from track to track to track. There's only maybe one track where I'm like, oh, maybe this didn't have to be there. With CLB, there's a few tracks. With Donda, there's multiple. And obviously, we don't have to compare and all of these things. But because it came out in like recurring months, it's like, okay, cool. This came out, Donda came out, wasn't really feeling it. CLB, we played it a few times. It was a few tracks, I enjoyed. But Expensive Pain, like, bro, that's motivation. You can cry. You can be angry. You can be happy. Like, there's so many feelings that comes from that album, innit?
I don't know anyone who loves Meek Mill more than Meek Mill. But I think I might have found it.
No, bro. I can tell you if Meek's not released good tracks in it, but I think this album, with the fact that he's just beefing, not even beefing people, but there's people on the internet, like academics, that are genuinely trying to rub him out, Like,
that guy...
There's something wrong with him, bro. There's actually something wrong with that guy in it, because imagine not coming into contact with a rapper.
Yeah.
You've had a few conversations online.
Yeah.
Because you didn't like what that person said about you. You now decide
to Arms House.
The whole, like, every stream that you do.
Yeah.
You're saying you didn't get enough streams, you're a bum. You're not cool with this person. You're sounding like this person. And I hear it. Like, obviously he's a critic in his own right. But when it becomes too obsessive, and the fact that he's just not a guy.
Yeah, I know.
You're not a guy, fam. Like, you have no credibility to be on anything. Man's telling people he's a dress and that. You don't really want to do that.
Yeah,
I don't. It's proper weird, but
bro, this is the generation that we live in. Unfortunately, people like Ak will get all of the social clout, fam. Like, he's actually, do you know what? I can't even really be mad at him. Because he's been able to build a platform for himself just off the back of speaking the way that he does,
bro.
And he is one of the most hated people ever,
bro.
Like people really hate that guy.
Yeah,
and don't get me wrong, like there's times where I see his face, I'm like, this guy again, like, do you know? But bro,
he's built his platform, but he just needs to be careful in it. I just don't understand how people can be so comfortable being so negative about people when you're in the same industry and you're gonna eventually have to see someone affiliated. Like, you're not comfortable, and the reason you're not comfortable is because you spoke about something you didn't actually really need to. Like, you could have said, I don't like the album, didn't do the numbers that I expected, you need to change up the way you rap because people aren't buying it no more. Fair enough, that's your opinion. But when you're saying you're done, you're finished, like, you thought you could cancel me, this is like, shut up, man. Like, you won't want to buck him in real life. Hates him. But that's what I'm saying. Like, even with the way Americans do their culture, you're kind of seeing it trickle down to the UK, because I'd say animosity is going to be in the music industry anyway, because there's going to be a lot of fakeness and all that stuff, because it's just the industry. You're going to have to work with people that you don't like and all that stuff. But the way it is now in the UK is so interesting, because there was two things recently that I thought one is the Ardee and Digga situation, where his boys group chat got leaked, and then they were talking about the song that they had together. I said, should he get him on it? They were boying him, saying that he's
his
TikTok rapper.
He's shit.
Is it? I didn't even fully hear it.
That's crazy, bro. Like, you're like, but look, this is the thing. If I was to free up stuff that I've said in group chats,
you might not be liked.
Very problems.
Yeah.
Very problems?
Yeah.
Sound like Usyk, bro. Very problematic.
Very
problem. Very problematic.
Yeah, no, like, it's true.
Like, I don't know, man. Things like that, you can't even take it in too tough.
But that's the thing. Once it gets exposed, it's like they become like the villains in a sense, because it's like, why are you talking about someone that he's worked with? And then people are gonna question his integrity in that and say, oh, why are you working with people that you don't rate? Are you just doing it in it for the money? And it's like you said in a group chat, like, bro, I could have said something mad about you. Obviously, I haven't.
No, you have.
No, I haven't. But I've never said anything mad about you to anyone else.
You've said mad stuff about me to my face.
Yeah, to your face. I wouldn't do it behind your back. That's a bit slimy. But I could have potentially done that about others. Like, if we're not that tight. Like, if we're like, even not even on like a bad brother thing. It's just like, bro, I don't mess with him too tough. Or if someone asks my real opinion, it's not like I'm gonna tell you to your face, I don't necessarily like your sound. If I'm an artist. But if my manager's saying, you know what, you lot can bounce off each other, because that's the whole point of having managers and labels. They know what works and what will work for the time it's in. So I don't necessarily think it's the maddest thing. I just think it will probably be hard on Ardee.
But bro, at the end of the day,
and that's the thing. That's even another reason why I think the beef with Jesy and Tion is very. I don't want to say that they're doing it on purpose or they don't. Because I feel like they do probably hate each other, But the moments that they've had on socials that we saw them on the plane in Dubai when they were joking at each other, seeing who's gonna step next. And then they were indirecting each other on their stories about albums and stuff like that. And in my head, I'm thinking, I hear it, because obviously you don't like this person and that. But I'm not in their positions, but I just can't imagine being in that position, seeing something like that, and just thinking, you know what, I'm gonna right back, especially when I've been saying on tracks I don't do the internet thing. I'm not on this internet stuff. I'm on real life. We buck each other all the time. And fair enough, like, you might get called out and you have moments, but it's a bit,
bro, I don't even want them artists to be on this real on-site thing anyway. I prefer for them not to be like that.
That's why they need the bouncers, bro, so they can hook
no
up.
One's boxing, bro. No one's boxing, bro. Stop it. No one. I remember last time we spoke about the whole Dutch Valley situation. They really tried to make that happen. Bouncer and Dutch. Again, I'm not here to watch them things. Having said that, it's way better than man and bucking each other on the road. Yeah, way better. But what you're talking about in terms of the Tion and Jesy thing, I found it weird, number one, because Tion was kind of comparing Jesy's tape with his album, which, first of all, just don't do that. It's silly. Yeah. If you're going to compare anything, compare your albums. Mixtapes is...
Edna did well. It was Edna, right?
Went number one.
Yeah.
Like
and what the Tion was number 5?
I don't know.
I think his highest was 5.
Okay.
Top 5, I think.
Yeah, I don't really know. Either way, did you listen to Tion's tape?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
No.
I liked a few tracks, but it's just I didn't because I like it when people market things really well, and I feel like he marketed that really well in terms of the tracks that he released beforehand, the documentary and stuff. Then when I heard the tape, it's like I didn't have like a high expectation, but I just know that that's not what I expected.
I hear what you're saying, and I understand why you're saying what you're saying. I think with Tion, he tried to kind of revert back a little bit to his former sound, which I loved. Like, Tion's former sound,
the rich music, like the rich hood music type,
bro.
Things.
You see the cars and the clothes, minor. Man, I got beef on the roads, minor. That tune, I still spin that in my car to this day. I love that tune, and that old Tion, that's my guy. But I don't know, man. He found a formula that was working for him. He had chart success with the formula. He even went number 1 with the first ever drill track to go number 1. You're gonna try and revert back to that formula. Cool. I don't know, man. There was tapes that were released in and around that time, which I prefer. Bro, oh my God, I nearly forgot to mention this. Thank you for waiting. Thanks for waiting.
I knew you was going to say that. I was listening to it on the way here because I knew you was going to mention it.
I should leave the studio right now.
Nah, he's good, man. He's good. I'm still trying to take him in. I feel like I need to know more about him for me to appreciate his music.
His journey is unbelievable. Like, I don't say this often, but I'm a fan of Potter Paper. I'm not
like
a
if you
fan.
buck him, you'll scream and that.
If I saw him on road, I'd be like, Potter, I have to stop you. Not on a mad thing. I just need to tell you that you are cold. Yeah? But what I'm not going to do is what you would do with Meek. Meek! No, not doing that. But genuinely, I appreciate him differently. Like, his craft, like, the beat selection, the flow,
the features,
the features, the production, the content, the substance. Like, bro, the geezer is different gravy.
No, he's good, man. He's good. I heard the track that he had with NSG, and
Of course he did.
obviously because I like Afrobeats and that. But I just like it when I see artists like that want to switch it up.
The versatility.
But then he just goes back to the rapping, and it's just like, like he's not trying to switch it up too much. He's letting man know that he can go into it. And I watched snippets of the documentary that he done around it, saying when he got like just a session of people to come.
Yeah.
And I just think that's so wavy, man. And I think that he's almost, when he came out the last time, he entered like a new gear, bro, of just straight music fire, like not just wasting. Like, he really was in those cells, like writing real music, bro.
Bro, genuinely, I hope you've done it now, but Training Day 3.
Yeah, I've listened.
No features. Every track is content, substance, like pain.
It makes you feel like, fam, what's he been through though, dog? Man's been through the wars.
Bro, have you ever listened to like one of his interviews?
Snippets.
Genuinely an interesting character. Like, you know, some people in this country, rappers, they come on camera and they have got the deadest personality of all time.
Yeah,
man does this though.
Yeah.
So what did you think of that track? Yeah, it was cold though. So what was the creative process behind? Fam, man got in the booth and just licked it still. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, fam, say something.
Yeah.
Bro, Potter,
he's made for it.
Fam, I can't lie, man. Genuinely, there's not many people who I'll search for their music. Like, every time he drops, I've got him on notifications. You know, like that?
Yeah.
Different with it. I had to shout him out.
I'm going to finish taking in that album. But you know who got cancelled again recently?
Who?
Wiley.
Oh, brother
they shut
again.
down his Wiley Records on his Instagram.
Yeah.
And I saw a video of he was shopping, like Ferrari shopping with his daughters. And he said on the live that he's retired from music because they're trying to finish him. Like, and I feel for him, man, because like, bro, what's he supposed to do? Like, what? Like, you cannot silence a man to that extent. You can't do. That's crazy, bro. Like, what has he been? Has he done time? Have they fined him? You just know that you're taking away what he does as a livelihood, and you're not going to say anything else. You're just going to take that away from him, so he's going to stop chopping in that way. That's crazy, man. That's too much power. People should be more onto whoever's doing this to him. But because it's Wiley, they're like,
thank you. I was going to say, because it's Wiley, people are like, oh, well, you know, he doesn't help himself. And I've said it in the past. Wiley doesn't help himself.
That's crazy.
But there's only to a certain extent that you can rub a man out.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going to rub a man out of existence. Like, you just don't want him to be around anymore. Like, full stop.
At all. They don't want him to be. Like, they've given him the treatment of Donald Trump, bro. He's not allowed on Twitter. And
bro, he's literally, they smudged him out of life, bro.
It's crazy still. There needs to be something that they sort out in it, because I genuinely think that it's out of order. One thing before we go into the Jesy thing, yeah, bro, did you see the John Barnes thing that I sent you?
Do you know what? I didn't actually get a chance to take it in, but can I just say something just quickly? John Barnes, I don't know, like,
it scares me, man.
Why?
Because I just don't understand him, and I sometimes I hear him say things, and I'm like, I try to sympathize with the era he came from, that he almost got so used to just being abused. So when he was given that privileged position of a footballer, it's like he didn't know. He was like, he felt grateful, like he felt grateful for that position.
The mad things.
Yeah. So now anything that happens now, because he said some mad stuff about Jadon Sancho when they spoke out about racism. It's like, oh, you're not really going through much. You ain't got bananas dashed at you and that. And then now he's saying to Meghan and Harry that black people. What did he say? What did he even say? Most black people think. So what? They think like what you. And
I think it's very silly in general to believe that any one person can speak on behalf of an entire race of people. Like, I'm never gonna get on camera and say this is what black people think.
Yeah,
because bro,
they don't even like. I'm not even trying to be deep to man, but if he checks online, the majority of people that are abusing man are black because of what he speaks on and how he speaks on it.
100%.
Like, in football, bro, you're supposed to be an icon. You're supposed to be a legend. My dad started supporting Liverpool because man played for them. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Like, those type of things. Like,
there's a whole era of black men who support Liverpool because of John Barnes, bro.
Literally.
Yeah.
if you've been given that position and you've got that power to like influence, to speak, and people listen, don't be that guy that goes on camera and tries to like downplay the black struggle or downplay what black people think, and that, like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're better than that. Like, what Megan, and like, obviously she's not like her parents, and I think it was her mum's black, innit? She's got a lighter complexion, but she still felt that struggle because of the family that she went into. She's speaking on it. You see the interview, you see how deep what it meant for her and her husband, and you're gonna tell me, after seeing everything that went around that, the how much it was in the media, how many people were like sympathizing with how she felt, you're gonna tell me that people didn't care? Like, where did you even get that from? What focus group did you attend that 100%. You heard that?
But bro, do you know what it is? People tend to often use anecdotal evidence to support their claims. So he might have felt, oh, so what, man? He probably in his head was like, oh, whatever.
He defo did think that.
So because of that, he's like, well, if I'm thinking that, every other black person is thinking exactly like me right now. Not the case, my guy. And it is almost insulting, because it's the sort of thing that a white person would say because they think that all black people think the same. Oh, do you know what I'm saying? We don't all think the same. We're all different people. Like, what might offend one black person also might not offend another black person.
Yeah.
You get me? So maybe him as a black guy, he's not offended. Cool. If you're not offended, that's cool, innit? Say that. You're not offended. Fair enough. That's your prerogative. I am. You're not about to tell me I'm not offended. You're not about to tell me that I don't care.
But it's like, I don't even... He gets the headlines, and it's like, bro, do you not see what they're using you for?
Yeah.
Like, you're actually that, like... And I think there was some other stuff around Epstein and that came out around the time. So I think people had got conspiracy theories and saying it's convenient that this came out at this time. And I think there was another article as well that came out as well that would almost like change what's trending, because that was trending. Like, I've checked on Twitter today, his name was trending because of what he said. And it's just like, bro, don't be that guy.
I know, bro.
Just don't be that guy. Someone in his camp, or just speak to man and tell him, fix up, bro, because you've got power. And sometimes I think he said maybe one thing that I've agreed with in like when he's done interviews. And I was like, why can't you just be more like that? Like, bro, you're black and you're a black figure.
What was it he said? Was it around the Liam Neeson thing? He said something that I agreed with. Yeah, he said something, and I can't remember what it was.
I think it was that's what.
Was it the Liam Neeson thing? Liam Neeson said a madness.
Yeah, he said he wanted to kill.
He said he just wanted to find a black man
and kill him. Yeah,
right. And I can't remember what it was that John Barnes said around that. I think it was around that, but I remember thinking spot on, like spot on.
But everything else has been.
There's been so many things he said. I'm like, bro. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, he needs to fix up still.
Just be calm.
He needs to fix up.
Like, the thing is, I'm sure that he's actually a great guy. I'm sure he's a calm guy. But when you say certain things like that, it just makes me question your character. Because there's only so many times you can say that without that actually being who you are.
But that's the thing. When you're speaking from that position and you're asked to speak on the black struggle or black pain, if you don't have what it takes to relate to how people feel, or even relate to how Megan felt or whatever, just don't say anything. If they ask you, don't say anything, because you don't understand. You don't understand what she's been through because you've never been in a royal family. You don't understand. Like, a lot of black people related to how she felt because she's seen as a black woman now because of how she was dealt with with the royal family. So everyone's trying to like protect her, trying to have her best interest, but man's coming on this, we don't care. Like, bro, come on, man.
And this is the thing, it's not even like Meghan Markle. I really do feel sorry for her, because she also has to face the wrath of people saying, but she's not even a black woman.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, we're not gonna go all the way into that, because that kind of brings us to the next topic anyway. But as a mixed race guy, I know what it's like to be kind of told, fam, come on, bro, you don't really know, man. No. Yeah, when the police stop me, they don't see anything other than an IC3. Yeah, it's not, that's a mixed race lad. And I don't know whether it's because I'm considerably darker than your average quote unquote lighty. Yeah, because I don't even think I'm that light skinned. First of all,
when you was in secondary school, what team did you play for, the whites or blacks, man?
Is that even a question? Is that even a question? Like, bro, name a darker mixed race person that you know.
Yeah, nah.
Like, it don't even make sense. But when I'm talking specifically about Megan here, Like, because she is so light skinned, a lot of people say, oh yeah, but she doesn't understand the struggles anyway. And maybe she doesn't know what it's like
to because of her situation.
But maybe she doesn't know what it's like to be a dark skinned woman. She's light skinned, but you don't know what it's like to be a quote unquote person of color in the royal family. You just don't, and you never will. There's a select few people in history that will even know what that feeling is like.
Literally.
So you just can't talk on her struggle and downplay her thing just because you've never lived it. Don't do that.
Crazy still. John Barnes
kind of leads us on to the next point quite nicely, to be fair. Because we're talking about black people and fam.
But you know what is with that situation now? Before we go into it, obviously we got to talk about what's her name, Jesy Nelson. Jesy Nelson. Yeah, she left Little Mix. I think there was a bit more to it than they let on about her leaving.
There usually is,
because the energy just seemed a bit off. Because I actually watched the show that they had. I can't remember what it was, but a few of my guys were on it. A few people I know were on it. But she left during that show, and then after they weren't together anymore, as a group. And even throughout their time together, she's always been that one that seemed a bit like she was not the odd one out, but she done things that you'd be like, it's a bit. Like the funniest video I'm talking about is the one they asked her the Jamaican accent.
Still to this day, I'd love to know what she was trying to say.
But every time there's been something in the limelight, and of course she had that other side of the industry that she spoke about, and it was good that she spoke about like the mental health and what she went through. But yeah, there's always just been something. It's like she almost always knew that she was gonna go on her own path in it, which is fair enough. Like people do that in groups, but the path she's chosen to go on now, the first song that she's now released, and I heard a snippet of the song before I saw the videos around it. I was thinking, oh, you're the bad boys. Said, okay, cool. I'm not obviously not singing it properly.
What was that?
I'm not singing it properly, but I don't even know if that's the real song. Like, I'm just saying.
Do you know what? It's even blasphemous
to do that.
Do you know how classic that tune is?
That's crazy, bro.
We ain't going nowhere. We bad boys for life. And you wanted to... I was vexed.
Yeah, that is brazy. Like, that is brazy. But she's obviously got that power. Like, she's got that power. She got Nicki on the song as well. Got Diddy in the video, bro. Like,
Diddy?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Money, bro. Money talks.
Bro, I was gutted. That tune. That tune. I don't think you get it, man. That is actually a hip-hop classic. Yeah. And you allowed this thing onto that tune.
No, but...
No, don't do it. Yeah, money talks. Diddy, you're basically a billionaire. You don't need money.
He does.
You don't need money.
I'm telling you, that check was big. And even with Nicki, that check was huge because, bro, this is her first single. She ain't got... You can't tell me she's got links like that, bro. They just set it up, said it's going to be her first track. It's going to do numbers because it's her first track. I think it was number 1 in like 10 different countries. She's doing well, like marketing everything. But the one side of it that I just didn't appreciate is the fact that, yeah, you can have a song about bad boys. And yeah, that's how you can feel. I heard her saying in an interview, she's attracted to more bad boys, you know what I mean? Like, good guys, all of this bollocks. Okay, cool. But in the video now, the bad boys that are dancing behind you, what colour are they majority? Black.
Bro.
Yeah? And then everyone's seen your come up from X Factor.
Yeah.
You look a bit different, love.
Different?
You look a bit different.
Genuinely, if you placed her X Factor self next to her Bad Boys self, not even recognizable, bro. And what's upsetting is that I was watching that video and I was like, her and Nicki are the same color.
She was darker. She was a little bit even darker. Because like, Nicki's even a bit lighter.
She looked orange and red. Jesy, yeah. Nicki looked a bit more yellow. Why do you look like a red-skinned gal? You are a white Caucasian lady.
But I almost feel like, because I've seen a few products, yeah, that girls are using now, like the bronze, like there's a few famous, like I think Kim's got like a bronzer thing. Probably. I think Molly May's got one where like you see the shade of their color it goes like a bit tanned. Do you know what I mean? But
she looked like she'd been on the sunbed for about 17 years.
Yeah, but what's the limits? That's my thing, because she came out and I think she said that, and I always think this is mad for people to say when you're being questioned about whether you're BlackFishing or whether you're trying to be black.
Yeah.
It's not good to say I grew up on black culture.
Yeah, no.
That's not the answer that people are looking for. We're not trying to hear that you grew up in the ghetto. No. So because of that, you think it's okay.
Problematic.
Yeah, that
is like when Donnie on Love Island came out and said, yeah, but I used to listen to 50 Cent. I used to listen to Eminem. What?
Nah.
Bro, you made it 17 times worse.
Yeah.
Like, look, don't get me wrong. If you want to embrace black culture, then you can do that, but there's ways to do it.
Being white, bro.
Yeah, you don't do it in the way she's done it. Like, do you remember the lady who was part of, was it BLM she was part of? I can't remember what she was part of. Was it NCAAP or something? There was something that the lady was part of. It was like a black organization for black rights, yeah? And she was a white woman and she was trying to be black.
Yeah.
Right, this is like, what Jesy's doing is the same thing. Like, you're trying to operate within a space. You've used a hip hop classic tune, right? That tune is immortalized in our scene, yeah? And you've decided to use that as your sample. Cool. Diddy's an idiot for letting you do it, but cool, that's fine. You've cleared it. Yeah. Calm. You've made the tune. Take into consideration what you said about the fact that the bad boys are black men in certain attire, yeah, but you're also darker than the black woman who's featured. Is there not like somebody on your team that said, Jesy, you know what, this might look a bit mad, you know?
But I just don't think that there is people around her like that, because
there can't be.
Even with the way people reacted to it, like her, I think all of the other members unfollowed her, they were liking, because Jesy put a video out about how white women now are trying to blackfish to gain popularity, because we're in, like, the culture is in, black women, features, everything about them
bigger lips,
in right now,
bigger bum.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, how do you go bigger bum? But yeah,
yeah, man.
But we're in it. So it's like, okay, I get that, but there's other ways you can show appreciation. Like, you can collab with a Nicki and still be white. You can put on TikTok dancers or dancers that you know that would be good in the video and stuff. But it's just, you just need to be a bit better now, because she started off on the worst foot. Like, and I feel, I almost also feel sorry for her as well, because she did speak out a lot about what the industry and the negatives had on her, in terms of she was always seen as the odd one out, said that they didn't like her looks, had relationships in the public eye that was very open, got abused for the way she looked, sounded, everything. So she's obviously done things to make herself feel and look better. So it's never nice when someone like that is now coming out on their ones and they're now being buoyed again because of something like that. But that's why the team let her down, because if you know that your artist has gone through that and you're gonna pick this song and have all of this around it, you've got to do better. You're getting paid to make these decisions for your artist. Now she's probably like, she's gloating about being number 10 or number 1 in 10 countries, but at home she's thinking,
everyone hates me again. And that is, nobody ever wants to be in that position. And I'm not about to turn around and say I hate the girl. I never met the girl. You can't hate the girl, but I'm going to ridicule you for your decisions, because at the end of the day, yes, your team can have a say about what you do or don't do, but it comes down to you. It comes down to, are you going to do that? You make the decision. If it's a yes, you have to be held accountable for what it is that you do. And I'm going to hold you accountable. Everyone is going to hold you accountable, especially if you do something like what you've done.
But like, you know what the worst thing, it's not the worst thing, because Nicki is a bit odd anyway. Her whole everything is odd.
Strange,
but she's backing her. Like, I've seen like, but the side she's coming from is, we've seen other people embrace the black culture in this way. So why is she not allowed to be more tanned, or why is she not allowed to have a song with me or tan? Because other people, like I said, there's actually other people that are in the public eye that are, their tan is looking a bit I don't know where you draw the line anymore in it, because there are products that actually allow you to do this and make it seem like it's normal. But is that their problem or an us problem? Are we embracing it to the extent where it's now normalized, or do they need to think? Because I don't want to think, she did this because she knows that the black culture's in and she's trying to appropriate everything, because that means that's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? I don't want to see her as like this
I get what you're saying. Look, here's the thing. It's not even just people on the other side that take the culture from somebody else and then try and apply it to themselves. Like what we just said, the in thing is bigger lips, which is traditionally more of a black feature, right? Bigger bum, again, traditionally more of a black feature, right? All of these things are things that people of other cultures are taking from us and then trying to apply to themselves. In the same way, white women wear wig or weave that is straight, right? Africans and Caribbeans and black people in general don't have naturally straight hair in general, right? But when you go to a shop, you're buying 18 to 21 inches of straight hair. Do you know what I'm saying? In the same way, certain other cultures will get a nose job to get a more straight European nose without a hook or without a whatever, because they want to look more European. Everybody wants what they can't have at the end of the day, right? Not many people are going to be comfortable in their own skin. Nobody's asking you to be. But what we are asking you to do is to not do a thing where you're trying to almost make money off the back of looking a certain way, right? And then
having a certain image.
Yeah, like you're having a certain image. I don't know why, but it just doesn't sit right with my spirit, bro.
But I'm not backing her, because I think that what she done is mad. But in my head now, I'm starting to think like she's almost going to be in a position where she thinks that she's just always going to think she can't win, because of the fact that every decision that she's made since she's been in this industry, it's always been met with like mad scrutiny on top, like above all of her other bandmates, whatever. Yeah. So she's going to think that, but I just think if she's going out on her ones now, you've seen what you've done. Yeah. It's not the end of the world. Yeah. You can come back from this. If you're going to do another interview, don't tell me that you love the black culture, because it almost seems like you did it on purpose. Yeah.
It's the same thing as saying,
you've got to just apologize.
Yeah.
And say that I didn't, like, this is the time. Either say like, bro, I didn't want it to come across this way. These dancers were the best dancers, so we picked them. Or like, do you know what I mean? Like, make sense of it. And if it don't make sense, apologize and say it will never happen again.
But I don't think she wants to say that, because there's every opportunity and every chance that that's going to happen again. Do you know what I'm saying to you? When you go down a certain route and you've chosen to market yourself a certain way, that's it. And then not only that, but there's also something to be said for being the artist that everyone hates. Some people can handle that and some people can't. But you will make a lot of money.
100.
You'll make a lot of money.
But she's not prepared for that.
I don't think she is.
She's not prepared.
I don't think she is.
And I almost don't want to see that happen.
Of course.
Because of what she's went through already.
Nobody wants to see people being abused online. We've said this on multiple occasions on this show. The people take it too far. They take it way too far. What she did was not okay, right? Full stop. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no need for you to really push her into the ground. Because, again, we're talking about somebody's mental health here. We're talking about something that, if we're being really honest, it's not outside the realms of possibility that something really terrible could happen. We've seen it.
And that's why everyone's got to be careful. Again, I feel like this is our message to the world. Be
careful.
Social media, please don't take it too far. No, you can be upset about something, and even with the way, like, you see the ZZ Mills and the Sidemans talking on things, they're not necessarily abusing people. They're almost, it's like a message out to those people, because they've got their platform, telling you why it's wrong, why it shouldn't be done, what comes from it, and then if you want to learn, like, let's have a chat, or this is that, then keep it moving. But the straight abuse, it's not going to solve anything. It's not going to change anything in it. But
real talk.
Yeah, she just shouldn't she just needs to think more now, because now she's got a whole culture against her, and it didn't have to be that way, because that Jamaican that was funny. People laughed at that stuff, you know. They remember it because it was very funny, but now it's just like, oh, maybe you was trying something there. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's a little bit.
But yeah, man. Hopefully she fixes up. But yeah,
hundreds, man.
We go again.
We go again. Another good episode. Once again, my bad. Last week.
Yeah, don't be ill again, man. We're supposed to be
Nah, that was my bad stuff.
Or just like fix up in it.
No, stop. Wait, stop all of this. Because I was ill. What do you want me to do? Do you think I wanted the flu?
I just question what you was doing at the time of you being ill.
No, I was doing everything. I was doing everything under the sun. Yeah.
Oh.
What?
No. I'll interpret that the way.
I had everything there. All the remedies. Yeah.
No, I meant before to get ill.
What's this?
To get ill. How did you get ill?
That looked incredibly feminine.
Is there anything wrong with that though?
Not at all.
Okay then. Alright, let's cut it, man.
Let's cut it.
Let's cut it.